Good evening, my friend. Tonight, I want to take you somewhere quiet, somewhere still, somewhere far away from the noise, the pressure, and the busyness of the day. Tonight, we are going to a frozen village, a little village tucked deep in the heart of winter, where the rooftops are covered in white, the chimneys breathe soft curls of smoke into the night, and every window glows with warm golden light. It is a place where footsteps are softened by snow, where the trees stand patiently beneath silver frost, where the air is cold and clean, and everything seems to move a little slower. If this is your first time here, welcome. I'm so glad you found this little corner of calm. And if you enjoy peaceful bedtime stories like this, please take a moment to subscribe. It truly helps the channel grow, and it helps these quiet stories reach more people who may need a little comfort tonight. Now, get comfortable. Let your shoulders relax. Let your hands rest. Take a slow, easy breath in and let it go. There is nowhere else you need to be, nothing else you need to do. For now, all you have to do is listen and let the story carry you gently into sleep. Far from any crowded city, beyond long fields and sleeping forests, there is a narrow road that disappears into winter. Tonight, that road is covered in snow. The world is white in every direction. The sky above is a soft, grey blue, heavy with clouds, and the evening is beginning to settle over the land like a blanket. The road is quiet. No wagons pass, no horses pull against the cold, no voices drift through the air. Only the hush of snow. Only the stillness of the cold. And down that long white road you walk slowly. Your boots press into the fresh snow with a soft crunch, step by step. Slowly, steadily. Your coat is thick and warm. A scarf is wrapped around your neck. Your gloves keep the cold from your fingers. And with every breath, the winter air feels clean and clear, as if the whole world has been washed and left to rest. On either side of the road, tall pine trees stand quietly. Their branches are heavy with snow. From time to time, a little powder slips from a branch and falls in a soft whisper to the ground below. The forest is still, peaceful, almost dreamlike. And in the distance, just beyond the trees, you begin to see it. A warm glow. Small at first, faint and flickering, then clearer. Golden lights, a cluster of them, soft and welcoming against the blue-white winter evening. The village, the frozen village, waiting for you. As you walk closer, the village slowly reveals itself. Little cottages sit close together beneath thick layers of snow. Their roofs are rounded with white. Their windows glow softly in the dusk. Warm amber light spills through curtains and reflects against the icy ground. Smoke rises from stone chimneys in slow curling streams, disappearing into the cold air above. The village is small, only a handful of homes, a little square, a narrow lane or two, a stable, a bakery, a tiny chapel, with a bell tower no taller than the oldest pine tree at the edge of the road. And yet, in the quiet winter evening, it feels like the whole world. You pass through a simple wooden arch at the entrance. Snow has gathered along its top beam. Someone has wrapped evergreen branches around it, and little lanterns hang from either side, glowing softly in the dark. The snow beneath your boots is deeper here. The road becomes a lane lined with low stone walls, nearly hidden under drifts. A sled leans against a fence. A stack of chopped wood sits neatly beside a cottage door. A little pair of boots rests outside, dusted in fresh snow. Everything looks calm. Everything looks cared for. And above all, everything feels safe. The frozen village is not loud. It does not rush. It does not ask anything of you. At the center of the village is a small square. In warmer seasons, it might be lively with baskets, market stalls, and voices, but tonight, winter has turned it into something softer. The square is covered in smooth snow, interrupted only by a few winding footprints. A stone well stands at the center, its wooden roof frosted with ice. A lantern hangs nearby, casting a circle of warm light over the snow. On one side of the square is the bakery. Its windows are bright. The glass is fogged with warmth from inside. And even before you reach the door, you can smell it. Fresh bread, warm butter, a hint of cinnamon, a little sweetness in the air, the kind of smell that makes your whole body feel calmer. Across from the bakery stands the little chapel. Its door is shut for the night. Snow has gathered on the steps. The bell tower rises into the darkening sky, and above the door hangs a simple wooden lantern, its flame steady and golden. Nearby, a wooden bench sits beneath a tree covered in frost. Its branches sparkle in the lantern light, every twig outlined in silver. There is something magical about winter when it is quiet enough to notice the details. The way the snow settles on a windowsill, the way light glows against ice, the way the air seems to hold every sound more gently. And here, in this little square, it feels as though winter itself has paused, just long enough for you to breathe. You step toward the bakery. The wooden sign above the door sways ever so slightly in the cold breeze. A painted loaf of bread, a small sprig of wheat. The handle is brass, cool beneath your glove. When you open the door, a bell gives a soft little ring. At once, warmth wraps around you. The air inside is golden. The walls are wood, the floorboards creak softly. Shelves hold fresh loaves, round and rustic, their crust deep brown and still warm. A tray of pastries rests near the window, twists dusted in sugar, little buns glazed with honey, soft rolls brushed with butter. Behind the counter, an elderly baker smiles. No surprise, no questions, as though he expected you, as though travelers always arrive on winter nights in stories like this. He offers you a warm loaf wrapped in cloth, and perhaps a cup of something hot, herbal tea, warm milk, or cocoa, rich and dark, with steam curling upward into the soft light. You sit at a small table by the window. Outside, snow continues to fall. Inside, the oven gives off a gentle heat. Somewhere in the back room, you hear the quiet sound of dough being shaped for tomorrow morning. Everything here feels timeless, as if it has always been winter, as if this bakery has always glowed warmly against the cold, as if there has always been bread rising quietly in the night, and for a little while you rest there, hands wrapped around the warm cup, watching the snow drift past the glass, feeling the simple comfort of being somewhere safe and warm. When you step back outside, the evening has deepened into night. The sky is darker now, a deep velvet blue. Snowflakes shine as they pass through the lantern light, and at the far end of the square, you notice someone moving slowly from post to post. An old lamplighter. His coat is long and woolen, his boots are dusted with snow. In his hands is a long pole with a small hook at the end. And one by one, he lights the lanterns that line the village lanes. A small flame, a warm glow, then another and another. Each lantern blooms softly against the dark until the whole village seems to be stitched together by golden light. You watch him for a while. There is no hurry in his movements, no wasted motion, just care, steadiness, a quiet purpose. He pauses near you and nods, then tips his hat with a gentle smile before moving on. And somehow, the sight of him brings an unexpected comfort, because there is something deeply reassuring about a place where someone still walks through the snow. simply to make sure the lights are warm for everyone else. Beyond the last row of cottages, there is a pond. In summer, it might ripple with wind and dragonflies, but tonight, it is frozen solid beneath the stars. You follow a narrow path toward it. Snowbanks rise softly on either side. The trees here are thinner, their branches silver with frost. The pond lies open, like a sheet of pale glass. The snow on top is smooth, except where the wind has drawn delicate patterns across it. Near the edge, reeds stand frozen in place, each one tipped with ice. A wooden bench rests beneath a birch tree. Its seat is covered in snow. The moon has begun to appear behind the clouds, faint at first, then brighter. Its light spills across the ice, turning the whole pond into something luminous and still. You stand there quietly, breathing in the cold, listening to the silence. Sometimes winter silence is not empty, it is full of little things. The tiny crackle of frost settling on branches, the distant bark of a dog from the village, the soft whisper of snow shifting under its own weight, the gentle rhythm of your own breathing, the steady beat of your own heart. And in that silence, the frozen pond becomes a mirror, not only for the moon above, but for the calm inside you. On the way back from the pond, you pass the village chapel. Now, one candle glows inside, just one. Its light flickers through the narrow window beside the door. The chapel is small, stone walls, wooden beams, a simple cross above the entrance. Snow rests thickly along the roof and the steps. You pause outside for a moment. The bell overhead does not ring. Not tonight. Tonight it is quiet, as if even the bell knows the village is sleeping. There is something deeply comforting about small places built for peace. Places where generations have come to sit in silence, to think, to hope, to rest. Even from outside, the chapel feels like one of those places, a place where worries become smaller, a place where thoughts slow down, a place where the cold night feels less lonely. You brush a little snow from the wooden railing and stand there a moment longer, letting the candlelight glow through the frosted glass. Then, gently, you continue on. At the very edge of the village stands a small cottage. It is tucked near the trees where the forest begins again. Its roof is thick with snow. Its chimney sends up a steady ribbon of smoke. Its windows glow warm and low. This is where you will stay tonight. A simple path leads to the door, lined with little lanterns, half buried in snow. The door is wooden and sturdy. When you open it, warmth greets you like an old friend. Inside, the cottage is quiet and beautiful in the simplest way. A fire burns in a stone hearth. A kettle rests nearby, humming softly. A rocking chair sits beside the flames. A woven rug lies across the floorboards. A shelf holds a few books, a carved wooden bird, and a little ceramic bowl. A wool blanket is folded neatly over the back of a chair. There is a bed tucked beneath the window, layered with thick quilts. Everything feels gentle. Everything feels ready for rest. You hang your coat, set down your gloves, and stand for a moment beside the fire, letting the warmth sink slowly into you. Outside, the snow continues to fall. Inside, the cottage glows. The fire crackles softly. The kettle gives a tiny sigh, and the whole world feels very far away. You sit in the rocking chair by the fire. The wood is warm beneath your hands. The chair moves slowly, forward, back, forward, back. The flames rise and settle in quiet patterns of orange and gold. Every now and then, a log shifts with a soft pop. The sound is small, comforting, familiar. Beside you, the window has begun to frost at the corners. Delicate patterns spread across the glass like silver leaves. Through the clear center, you can still see the village, the lanterns along the lane, the snow-covered roofs, the soft light in distant windows, and above it all, the night sky. Now darker, now clearer. A few stars beginning to show through the clouds. You watch a single snowflake land against the glass and melt. Then another, then another. Somewhere in the distance, a dog barks once, then silence. Then the wind moves gently through the pines. Nothing loud, nothing sharp, just winter speaking in soft sounds. You pull the blanket over your lap. The rocking chair continues its slow rhythm, and the warmth of the fire, the hush of the snow, and the stillness of the village begin to make your thoughts feel lighter, slower, softer, as if the whole night is quietly inviting you to let go. As the hour grows later, the frozen village becomes even quieter. The bakery windows dim. The last lantern in the square flickers low. The old lamplighter is long since home, his work finished. The little chapel candle has burned down to a tiny ember. The pond beyond the cottages shines faintly under moonlight, and every roof now wears a deeper layer of snow. Inside the cottages, people sleep. A child curled beneath thick blankets, a grandmother by a warm stove, a baker dreaming of morning bread, a shepherd resting after a long cold day, a cat tucked on a windowsill, tail curled around itself. The whole village rests, held in the stillness of winter, held in the hush of the snow, held in the quiet promise that morning will come. But not yet, not for a while. For now the night belongs to rest, and you, here in the little cottage by the fire, belong to rest too. You have walked the snowy road, you have seen the golden windows, you have stood by the frozen pond, you have listened to the soft breath of winter, you have found your way to warmth, and now there's nothing left to do but sleep. So, now, my friend, let the frozen village grow quieter. Let the lanterns glow more softly. Let the snow keep falling without needing to watch it. Let the fire burn low. Let the wind move gently through the pines. Let the little cottages settle deeper into the night. And let your thoughts drift like snowflakes, slowly, softly, without effort, without worry. You are warm now. You are safe now. The road is far behind you. The cold is outside. And here, in this little cottage at the edge of the frozen village, there is only peace, only stillness, only rest. Good night, my friend. Sleep deeply.